Hi guys, welcome to the ToughCess podcast. It's your girl Suma. This segment is brought to you by Suma Speaks. Over here, I plan to empower, explore the journeys of different people, understand the different angles of success, so we can all build better and become the greater versions of ourselves. So this is ToughCess. What's yours? Today I have the amazing Shay with me. Shay is a model. Shay is a pharmacist. Shay is many amazing things, and that's why we've got her on here today. The podcast is basically all about exploring different people's stories, understanding the different angles of success, and I feel like she's pretty successful. I want you to talk about yourself. Go on, introduce yourself.
You gave a good introduction, to be fair. So yeah, I'm Shay. I'm a pharmacist mainly, and I've recently started doing a bit of modelling here and there. Had some pretty big jobs, I'd say, for someone who's just started out, and just taking it step by step, I guess.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So you've worked with Poly.
Yeah. So the agency that I with, the first ever booking that the agent got me was the Opoly Ambo and Tea fashion show during London Fashion Week. So that was a really big deal for me. Yeah, definitely.
How was
grateful.
that? How was the experience?
Yeah, so I was a bit taken back initially because I was like, oh my God, where am I? What am I doing? I've never done this before. Obviously all the models that were there as well are models that I see when I'm scrolling and doing my online shopping. So I was like, what am I doing here?
Aww.
But I just took the opportunity, just took it on, did what I could.
Yeah.
I was definitely grateful for the experience. I tried my best. I took myself seriously for longer than 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was definitely an amazing experience that I'll never forget, and I'm so grateful for.
Oh, amazing. I'm glad. So today, I really wanted to speak to you about body confidence, get to know a bit about you, and just how you can be comfortable in your own skin, that would be the main thing that I wanted to speak to you about, because I feel like you're pretty comfortable in your own skin.
Yeah, I mean, it's taken time. It's definitely taken time, and body confidence and being comfortable with yourself is definitely a journey. And there's usually people in your life that help you get through that journey. There's people who push you. There's people, who see you in a different light. Everything's perspective, and, you might have issues that you see with yourself, problem areas, a couple of stretch marks here, cellulite here. But at the end of the day, it's the people on the outside who see you, and most of the time they see the beauty more than the negatives and the faults that you see within yourself. So yeah,
I love that. So before we started rolling the camera, we were talking about beauty, and you said that beauty in your language, well, if you call someone beautiful in your language, what does it mean again?
So for example, if you give me a compliment, then we'd say it translates to beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So because you're beautiful and you see the beauty in people, that's why you see me as beautiful, if you know what I mean. So if you have that mindset and that outlook where you are seeing the nice things in people, the beautiful in the world, then you're able to see things in that light.
I love that. So tell us about where you're from. What is your ethnic
So I'm originally Iraqi Arabic, so obviously we've got the Kurdish and the Arabic, but now I'm from Baghdad. My parents are from originally.
Okay.
They did grow up in Abu Dhabi though, so a lot of my extended family are there, but my roots are definitely Iraqi.
Yeah.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. That is amazing. So with the Arab culture and everything, the people obviously I'm Muslim, so a lot of the religion is influenced by Arab culture as well, and everything. So I understand what it's like sometimes they can be quite conservative. For example, if you went to Dubai, there's certain things you can't do, there's certain rules and etc. Same with Abu Dhabi if you went there. Saudi Arabia, don't get me started. Like, there's different
it's opening
laws.
up a lot more now.
It is.
Saudi Arabia. Yeah,
it is definitely. You'll see like more people like just, you know, doing whatever they want to do,
women
dressing
can
how
drive,
they want.
they don't have to wear a headscarf everywhere now. It's definitely opening up. It's nice to see, to be honest.
Yeah. So like, how do you feel like modeling has been for you, like coming from an Arab culture and stuff? Like, do you feel like the people, while your family has had it, like, have they basically been okay with it? Yeah.
So I feel like if you ask me, you know, if I was asked to do this a couple of years ago, the answer would have been no. You know, especially in our cultures, not just my family, like family friends, like family who I don't even know, that I've never met in my life in Iraq, who follow me, who have a lot to say on my appearance and the way I dress and stuff. And it's definitely been an issue for me with regards to the way I dress. Not that I dress provocatively.
I don't think you do.
You know, I might wear something a little bit revealing when I go out, or like something fitted. And it has been a topic of conversation within the community in the past. But really and truly, like, people get bored of it. It's been a topic of conversation. It's done. They're on the next person. And unfortunately, people will always have something to say. Whether it's negative, whether it's positive, people always like to give their opinions. And, you know, as long as my family know the type of person I am, my friends know the type of person I am, and the way I dress and the things I do, you know, aren't bad things.
No,
I'm not a bad person. It doesn't reflect who I am.
100%.
And because they know the type of person I am, and you know what I'm like sort of deep within, then they don't necessarily see a problem with it. They're used to me being this way, so it's not really a big issue. However, when I did do my first shoot, it was with I Saw It First, and they dropped the photos, and I screenshot some of the photos and I sent it to my mum. And she was like, "Can you not ask them like not to wear revealing clothes?"
Oh, bless her, because you're Muslim as well, so you come from like that background.
Exactly. And it wasn't even like super revealing. Maybe it was like a little bit backless or something like that.
No, honestly, they make it out as if it's the worst thing ever.
I know. And also, like, with my body type, sometimes things look a lot more than they actually are.
Yes, I can relate.
You understand.
I understand.
So I was just like, Mum, like, I'm getting paid for this. I'm not doing anything that's wrong. And I think they're slowly coming to terms with it. I'm not a topic of conversation, I'll tell you that.
And because if you are, it's for positive reasons.
It's for positive reasons, and I don't care.
Thank you.
I actually don't care.
I love that. That's literally what I was waiting for you to say. I don't care.
Genuinely, like, with anything, like, if you really think about whether people care, you're never going to do anything. You're going to question everything that you do, whether good or whether bad, if you care of what people's opinions are. Don't get me wrong, it's nice to get like positive feedback, or, you know, someone who's close to you to give you like genuine feedback. But most of the time, I'm really not bothered. I didn't come to this decision 4 seconds ago. I've taken time to come to this decision.
100%. 100%. And you're doing like what you want to do. You're doing like what makes you happy.
Exactly. So. I do quite enjoy it. It's good. It's a nice balance.
Yeah, definitely. Because like on the other side, you're a pharmacist, which is completely different to modeling.
I try and keep them separate though.
I love that. I love that. So did you always want to be a pharmacist, or?
I mean, I've always like sort of wanted to be in the medical field. I've always been like, you know, studious and, you know, grade A student and all of that. I did initially want to go into dentistry, but that didn't work out for me. And then I ended up studying pharmacy, qualified about like 5 years ago now. Went back to uni a year ago, did my prescribing, so I'm a prescriber as well.
Amazing.
Yes, it's all right.
That is so nice. Okay. So like you have like the proper academic side of you, and then you have the creative side as well.
Exactly.
That is amazing.
I've still not mixed them though. Like in the pharmacy world, like no one's got any idea I do.
No way.
Like some people that I'm comfortable with, I'll talk about it.
Yeah.
But a lot of them don't know.
That is so funny. You know what? I came across a YouTube video of this girl that does law as well, and she said the same thing. She was like, her Twitter, like literally nobody knows she does YouTube or anything like that. It's just one time they went on her Twitter or something and they seen that she just like uploaded a new video and they were like, wait, you do YouTube as well? So it can be quite awkward when you're like in that proper,
because like
corporate,
not that like it should be a problem, but like as a woman who like looks after herself, who enjoys like fashion and makeup and going out and the finer things in life, they've already got an opinion on me. So when I'm like, oh, I do this, it's just kind of like, oh yeah, I'm sure you do. So gosh, but it is what it is. If they find out, they find out. I'm not. Like I said, I'm not bothered.
You're doing you regardless.
Exactly, I'm doing you. It's great.
Exactly. That's amazing. So, like, how do you balance the two? Like, being a pharmacist, doing modeling.
It's not easy to balance it, especially because like with the modeling, you know, I can get a call or a message now saying, oh, can you go to a casting tomorrow? And then if I've got work, it's a bit hard to sort of like, it's unprofessional on my end to turn around and cancel a shift less than 24 hours before. But what I do is something called locum, and I've been doing this since I qualified. And essentially I make my own, I'm self-employed, make my own timetable.
Wow, okay.
So I can book 6 months in advance. I can book the day before.
Wow.
So I try and get like, prior to my modeling, I was booking maybe like a month or two in advance. Now I'm trying to like book, I'd maybe book like a shift or two a week and leave the other days kind of flexible. And if I haven't got any work within modeling or any castings, then I'll just book a shift the night before. Sometimes you can even wake up on the morning and book a shift, which are actually the better shifts because they pay you a lot more for them emergency ones. So it's a win-win, I guess.
And that's with pharmacy. Like that is so good, because I didn't even know like pharmacists could be locum. Like I've heard of locum social workers and locum psychologists, but never like pharmacy.
And there's a lot of work, especially with COVID and everything. You know, you've got a lot of pharmacists that have gone out vaccinating. You've got pharmacists that work in primary care now. So there's a lot of work going, and the pay is lovely. I genuinely can't complain.
I love that. That is
it's
good.
Great.
You know, you have to, life is too short. You have to enjoy it.
Exactly. I'm just like, oh, that's another pair of trainers.
Yes. I love that for you. So with modelling, when did you actually want to go into modelling? I mean, you have an amazing body and she's stunning, guys. Like, look at her. Like, she didn't even know like it was going to be a visual podcast. But look at how pretty she looks.
Stop it. So I actually kind of like fell into it. And again, I'm always so grateful for every opportunity, every person that I've had in my life who's pushed me into this direction, because I don't think when I started, I'd say it was about 4 years ago, I would have ever thought about doing something like this. I've actually got a best friend who's a model as well.
Oh, amazing.
And she's been modeling for years. She's a couple of years older than me. And it's always me like, get with an agency, do this. And she was like, you do that. And I'm like, me, a model? Hell no. But a good friend of mine started a clothing brand about 4 years ago. It started off as a swimwear brand initially.
Oh, wow.
And she wanted like inclusivity, and she messaged me and she was like, I really want a curvy girl. I said, hell no. Is my debut gonna be me in swimwear? Imagine. So I was like, no, I can't do that. And then she rebranded and she started doing clothing, and she was like, please, can you do it? And I was on holiday, I was tan, I was feeling cute, so I was like, okay. And then the closer it got, I was like, oh my God, what the hell am I doing? What the hell am I doing? Like a week before, I was like, I can't do this. And she's like, it's fine. Like, everyone's super nice. We're all here. Like, my friend Reem, she was also modelling. Reem's going to be modelling with you. You'll be okay. The night before, I was like, what am I doing? What am I doing? But you know what? Like, if you don't take risks like that in life, you'll just never know. If an opportunity comes your way, just take it. Like, you've got nothing to lose. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. And I did it, and it was a really nice experience. It was really nice. I wasn't comfortable in front of the camera. I couldn't take myself seriously for more than 2 seconds.
Yeah, oh, bless you.
I've got this video where we're like walking towards the camera and I just burst out laughing at the
that's
end
so
of
me,
it.
honestly.
Literally. But it was fine because it was like with my friends and stuff. And then she had me at like every shoot after that.
Yeah.
And about a year ago, I got contacted by a few agencies that wanted to sign me. And I signed with one agency because one of the guys was really, really like interested in signing me, and he was really supportive, and he had like really high expectations. So I signed with that agency. Unfortunately, he ended up leaving that agency.
Right, okay.
And once he left, like it wasn't the greatest experience, which is something that we should get into, the industry and
definitely
and like young
the
girls
pros and cons and
everything.
yeah.
So I didn't hear anything after he left, and then I had a meeting with them, and the girl that I was dealing with, she wasn't very nice.
Oh gosh.
She really wasn't nice, and her attitude was like, you know, she was like flicking through my photos like, I wouldn't book you.
Wow.
She was like, most companies have all their curvy girls. They don't want to expand. Your look is too glamorous, etc. And it wasn't nice to hear. At that time I mentioned I didn't want to do like lingerie and stuff, and she was like, well, if you're not happy to do that, then you're just not going to get any work.
Wow.
Yeah, and I just thought to myself at that moment, like, I'm so thankful for my other career and my job, that I'm able to support myself. And, you know, it's not an industry that I'm completely trying to break into, and it's like make or break, because I feel like a lot of people in that situation could lose their values.
Yeah, so true.
And would be pushed out of their comfort zone in an uncomfortable place. And because it's like all young girls and stuff like that, most of the models at my agency now are all like 21, 22.
Wow.
And yeah, and the reason...
Do you mind saying your age? Or
Yeah, so actually when I signed with this new agency, my agent was like, whatever happens, don't say your age. A lot of companies like ASOS and stuff like that, they don't book anyone younger than 23, 24.
Wow.
Unless they're kind of like put in a situation where they've booked someone, and then they find out the age later. So she's always like, don't say your age. But I'm 29.
Guys, can we have a moment of silence, because she does not look 29 at all.
I don't feel 29, you know, I feel like 23, 24, honey, still living my life.
Period.
But and then January time, I signed with my new agency, M Models, who are amazing. It's such a lovely environment. She has like this group chat with all the girls. Whenever someone books something, she'll be like, oh, congrats to so and so, and all the girls are so supportive of each other, and it's just positive. It's so positive. It's such a good community. And Maddie, the girl who owns the agency, she's just an incredible woman. She works so hard for everyone, and it's definitely a different side to the agency that I was with previously. That's like made you more like comfortable with like modeling and everything, because I feel like when you're told that, oh, your pictures aren't good enough, or this is like, you're supposed to look a certain way to be a model, then you're gonna feel discouraged. You know, absolutely. And I just think that it's perspective. Like everyone has different tastes. Like there isn't the perfect human out there, you know. You can find the most beautiful female, most beautiful male, but they're not going to fit every brand. They're not going to fit what every brand wants. So just because one person doesn't like your look, it doesn't reflect who you are 100%. And how beautiful you are. It's just you're not meant for that brand, and it works with everything, even with like relationships. And you know, if this person doesn't like you, doesn't mean you're ugly. It just means that you're just not their type, and that's okay. Once people realize that it's not a reflection of who you are, then that's it. It won't affect your confidence as much, because that was my fear initially, that someone doesn't like the way I look, even though I'm confident within myself. Rejection, that's what it is.
You don't want to feel rejected.
Someone turns around and doesn't want me, I feel like I would have felt rejected, and it would have really knocked my confidence. But adopting this mindset, I think, is really, really important in this industry, especially because it is a fairly sort of shallow industry. It is about the way you look. Ultimately, there's no going around it. It's not about how nice you are on the inside. It's about how you are on the outside, unfortunately.
Yeah, definitely. So do you ever feel pressure then, like being in the industry?
In terms of
like I don't know, like just that pressure to kind of be a certain way all the time, like be put together all the time, you know, like look a certain way all the time, just in case, I don't know, people see you outside and whatever.
I mean, I did used to be like that back in the day, where, like, you know, social media, and when I'd be out in public, I'd be like, oh my God, people are probably looking at me saying I don't look like my photos. But no, I don't feel pressure. I'm just
yourself.
I'm myself. I'm on this journey. I'm on this roller coaster, and I'm just enjoying it as I go on.
I love that. How was the London Fashion Week? Like, there's one thing modeling and like them taking pictures of you and, like, you know, and it being put online, but actually running, like actually going on a runway is completely different.
Because I'd never done it before.
And
all the girls were like practicing their walks at the back, and I was like practicing mine. Like, I think you should do this. Like, I know what I'm doing. The only annoying thing was it wasn't very organized.
Right, okay.
And when we did our rehearsal, we didn't get to rehearse in our shoes. When they gave me my shoes, they were like these like wooden platforms. So I was like, that's fine, I can walk in them easy. However, when I actually went out to walk, there's no grip on the shoes, and it was like a slippy kind of carpet.
Oh my gosh.
So I don't feel like I walked as well as I could have walked. But like I said, it was an amazing experience. I got to like meet loads of nice people. I think that's what's nice about it as well, the modelling industry, networking, meeting people of all walks of life. It's really nice.
Yeah, definitely. I love that. And like with your social media as well, I've noticed like you're not like someone that has like a really big following or whatever, but you still get so many great opportunities. You're still doing amazing. Absolutely. I think that's why it's so important not to like judge people based off social media.
Yeah, definitely.
Because you see someone on social media and you think, oh, like they're not really doing much or whatever. Meanwhile, they're booked and busy in real life. You know what I mean?
Exactly. I mean, don't get me wrong. Social media is a really big thing nowadays, even in the modeling world. Like, a lot of brands do look at your following, and people with a following do have more opportunities. That's just the way it is.
It's true, definitely.
But they do have more opportunities, but it doesn't mean anything. There's still the brands that don't look at that. You just got to keep going.
Exactly. Consistency, discipline.
Consistency. And that's like consistency and discipline and persistence can come across a bit like beggy, essentially. Like, you feel like you're doing too much.
Cringy.
And it's cringy, and people probably looking at you thinking, oh my God, she's still going. But you've got to. You've got
like,
to do
she's
that.
Been going
exactly.
Since.
Like I don't have that discipline. I need to have that discipline with the other models that I see. You know, they're doing test shoots every other day. They're reaching out to photographers. I've not gotten there yet. I do need to get there, and it's something that I'm working on. But with time,
exactly. Yeah. So what about like your confidence? How do you feel like you built your confidence over time, especially body confidence? Because like being curvy, I feel like it's only just started being a trend recently. I mean, a model back in them days would need to be a size 4 or size 6.
I always like have this conversation with my friends, and they don't take me seriously. They're just like, woe is me, like I'm Shay and I'm curvy. But genuinely, it's a struggle. It always has been a struggle. I've always been curvy. I've always been tall as well.
Yes, you are.
Everyone's like sort of caught up to me. Thanks. But like, even I always get flashbacks of this. I think I was like 11 or something. in year 6, and you know how they have the little small chairs. I remember my first day, my teacher was like, you can sit on my chair if you want, because I was so much taller and curvier, and I developed so early in life. And I'd always had that complex that I was a bigger girl, because it wasn't cool back then. Now that it has become cool, I love it.
Yes.
I do love it. However, I always get questioned, like, have you had work done? Like, I think I have that question every single week. All the time.
Because your body is, guys, go on her Instagram.
Stop it.
Go on her Instagram. Her body is amazing.
Thank you.
Literally amazing.
Thanks. But it's taken me a while to get to that. Even when people used to compliment me on my body before, I didn't used to be able to just turn around and say, oh, thank you. I'd be like, no, it's not.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't be able to take compliments like that. But yeah, I think social media has helped my confidence as well. Kim Kardashian has helped my confidence. She's made it cool.
Yeah.
I do struggle with clothes. That's a very big struggle. Relate. Like, you can ask my friends. I've always got like a needle and thread with me because I'm always altering something. But I'm getting there. I can walk into a room and own it if I want to. Everyone has their up days and down days. You're never there. You never arrive. You always have to work on yourself and your confidence. And it's still a work in progress, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. And also, like, when I reached out to you first, you was when I said to you about, like, you know, coming to shoot an episode and everything, you was like, oh, you know, I feel like I just got into it easy. Like, I didn't feel like I had to have to struggle. Like, how was it actually kind of, I mean, you said that it was your friend that kind of seen you and wanted, like, you to be part of it.
Initially, like, the step into modelling, I didn't struggle a lot with. Like, obviously, it was with my friend, and then signed to an agency straight away. Then I left this agency and I signed to this agency straight away. So I feel like I haven't gone out of my way too much.
Yeah, I get what
to
you're
sort
saying.
of get into it. And, you know, I always have people messaging me like, how did you get into this agency? Or how did you know, expose yourself? And I feel like I don't have a lot of advice in that sense, just because it was essentially given to me on a plate, which I'm very, very grateful for. Like, one thing that I'm really, really big on is just being grateful and gratitude every single day, like, for everything and everyone in my life. So it's something that I'm very, very thankful for. But getting into an agency doesn't mean anything. It's booking the work, it's working on your confidence. It's you know, the first ever shoot that I did, I was like, oh my god, what am I gonna do? I've reached out to some other models, and it's just like researching, going on their website, looking at the type of poses that, you know, that the brand likes, practicing in the mirror, you know, staying fit, being healthy. There's so much to it that, you know, I have been going through, and has been hard for me, and I have worked through. But the initial getting into the agency wasn't the biggest struggle for me.
No, I feel you. Sometimes what's meant to be is just meant to be, and things just find you. If it's meant to be for you, it'll be for you. You know,
absolutely.
I'm a strong believer in that.
I definitely agree with that. I remember the first agency that I signed with. It was a girl that was also with the agency, who I'd worked with previously, who messaged me. She was like, Shay, like, they're looking for curve models. I think you'd be amazing. And I was like, oh, I don't know. Like, I've always just done it with my friend. I've never gone out into the real world on my own. It's very nerve-wracking.
Yeah, it is.
And she was just like, just try it. And I was sitting there for a while, and I thought, this opportunity is literally coming to me. I'd be an idiot to not take it or to not try. And when I was with the first agency and I wasn't getting work, my thought process wasn't, oh, like, you know, I'm not good. It was just like, maybe this industry isn't for me. I've tried, I've gone out of my way, I've done the test shoots, you know, they haven't sent me out to castings. Maybe I'm not what brands want. And then that's when I took the step to leave that agency and try with another agency to see, is it actually me? Is it the agency? And it wasn't actually me. But if I didn't take those opportunities, then I wouldn't have known, and I would have doubted myself and thought, you know, maybe I'm not nice in front of the camera.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. It's so important having like the courage to step back from things that don't serve you. Things that don't empower you, or feel like things that you don't feel like you fit into. Because sometimes like opportunities come and you might think it's the right opportunity for you in that moment, but it's just a stepping stone to the next big thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
I love that mindset. Yeah. I love that. You can't tell the future.
No,
you just gotta take things as they come.
Yeah, definitely. So I mean, like, being in the industry, you're always around beautiful ladies, like
beautiful,
stunning people. You know what I mean? How do you not compare yourself to other people and like stay true to who you are, like what you like? Because being in I mean, you said you don't want to like do lingerie or anything like that, but like being in the industry for so long, like, do you not feel like, oh, like you might get tempted to, or like, you know, so like, I mean, there's two questions in one, but comparison.
I feel like the main reason why I was just like against the lingerie was first of all because like I feel like myself and my body is already like very sexualized, that I didn't want to go down that route initially. And secondly, because I'm not even comfortable in front of the camera, period. To be comfortable in front of the camera in my underwear is a big deal. And then obviously the world seeing it, that's another thing as well. That's another big deal. It's hard to not compare yourself. It is really hard to not compare yourself because these girls are stunning. Yeah. They're absolutely stunning. Like the faces, the body. You're stunning. It's really hard to not compare yourself. But like I said before, like you have to understand that you are yourself and you're not everybody's cup of tea. Like the whole rejection thing that I was talking about before, everyone is beautiful in their own way. Everybody, you know, is meant to be in a certain place, in a certain brand, with a certain person. Like if you compare yourself to people, it's only just gonna eat you up inside. So
it's true.
Just knowing that it's not a sign of rejection. You know, to adopt the mindset that you are who you are. You are where you are because you're meant to be where you are. And God's created everyone in their own unique way, and everyone's beautiful. Everyone's 100%. Beautiful in their own way.
Yeah, I agree. I love that, and that's why I wanted to talk to you as well, because I feel like you have, like, when I see you, you give that aura, like someone that just like I'm confident in myself, like, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. Everyone has their down days. You know, I'll be like, oh, to my friends, I'm so ugly and fat some days. And some days I'll have makeup done and put on a fire outfit and be like, who's this bad bitch?
Period.
But no, it's a roller coaster. It's an emotional roller coaster. Learning to love yourself is hard, but once you're there, you're there.
Definitely. I feel like because I'm curvy myself, I can really relate to the things that you're saying.
Definitely.
I feel like when I was younger, I used to mistake my curves for like fat, like I'm so fat, and I had like this insecurity and stuff. But after a while, you're like, I fit.
It is what it is. Even like cellulite and stretch marks and scars. Like I see some of the most slimmest girls with stretch marks. Like it's all those imperfections is what makes you perfect.
Basically,
it makes you who you are. So you just got to learn to love them. I'm still in that journey of learning to love my cellulite and my stretch marks, and you know, all the extra fluff. I'm still on that journey, but I'm sure I'll get there eventually.
Definitely. And I feel like the brands now and everything, they're trying to promote that even more now. They'll even be adding the stretch marks and everything to their pictures.
Definitely.
I feel like people are starting to open their eyes to like what real beauty is. You know,
100%.
instead of trying to
how the industry is going in that direction, and all the inclusivity and everything. they're currently filming the Barbie movie. I don't know if you've heard.
Oh no, I haven't actually.
So they're filming. I think it's Disney that are doing a Barbie movie, and Margot Robbie's playing Barbie.
Okay.
And the agency were asking for girls who wear hijab
Oh,
because they want
amazing.
someone in the movie who wears a hijab as like a Barbie as well.
Oh, I love
and
that.
I was just like, I love that they're even thinking about that. And
Yeah.
they're, you know, instead of having a load of like skinny blonde women,
Exactly.
they're trying to like include everyone. I love it. I love the direction that it's going in.
Definitely. I feel like it's they know that if they don't, they're gonna be dragged.
I know. That as well.
You know
that
that
as well.
part.
There's certain
Because
companies that don't have like any people of like colour, any black people, any women in higher places, and they do get dragged. I'm one of them who will drag as well.
You know what I mean? Exactly.
I just be like,
side-eyeing.
yeah.
Exactly. I mean, you worked with Opali, and Opali at one point only did like smaller sizes.
I'm not gonna lie, like when I first got the job, my agent was like, oh, you're either gonna be in Opali or Bow and T, but I think you're more like Opali. And in my head I was just like, that clothes doesn't look cute on me.
Yeah, like it's
I'm
so
not,
small.
yeah, like it's my friend Fee, she's really slim. She's got a really, really nice figure, and Opali is banging on her. But in the past, when I've purchased their things, it's not really been flattering for me.
Yeah.
But their gym wear is very flattering.
Yeah.
I do love it. But they put me in a dress that looked nice and
that's
nice,
it.
so it is what it is.
It is what it is, yeah.
Just there to serve.
Yeah, defo. So obviously you have like the pharmacy as well on the side, like we spoke about before.
Yeah.
Would you ever like make modeling your full-time thing, or would it always be like just something on the side?
I think me as a person, I do like the sort of glamorous side, the nicer things in life, and I feel like with modeling you do get that. I meet a lot of people who are on the same wavelength as myself. With pharmacy, I've worked very, very hard to get there. I've worked very, very hard to get my degrees. So, you know, I've done my masters, I've done my postgraduate in prescribing.
Wow.
Like, and it's taken a lot of years of my life. I don't think I'll ever not do that. And thankfully, as an industry, it's really hard to come back into it if you do ever leave it. So I'll always feel like, even if it's just one day a week or one day every 2 weeks, that I'll always sort of like keep my foot in the door. But you don't, like, differently to modeling in pharmacy, I don't go around meeting people. Like, even as a pharmacist, I don't see other pharmacists because there's always only one of us. We cross paths. People will be like, oh, do you know this pharmacist? And I'm like, no, because I've never really worked with them. And the people that I do work with are not like on the same path or journey as I am. So I think that's the only downside to it. Would I make it my full time? I could do. I could do if the money is right and it's taken me and serving
where
me.
the money resides.
Where the money resides.
You have to be where the money resides.
Exactly. Especially if you like the nice things in life and you don't have anyone to get it for you.
You just have a t-shirt with that, honestly.
I would do if the money was right and the opportunities were there for me.
That's cool. I mean, being a model comes with a lot of things as well. Like, obviously you have your friends to maintain, you have like your family and also your dating life as well. Do you ever feel like,
what is that?
Don't make me laugh. Do you ever feel like men are intimidated by the fact that you're a model?
I feel like men are intimidated nowadays. Period. Like, I don't like to. I don't like to like
trigger warning.
Yeah, exactly. I don't like to like shoot shots anywhere, but I just think that because women are so like in their eyes have excelled. Like back in the day, they didn't need to do much to get a woman, because the women needed them. The women needed them for financial support. The women needed them to start a family. Like women needed them. They didn't really need to do much. Nowadays, women don't need you.
It's true.
Women don't need you. Exactly.
I mean, I still want my husband. But come correct.
Yeah, exactly. Like women don't need you. Women can, they have their own. You've got women who are business owners, who own their own cars, own their own homes.
Period.
So you need to come correct. Like,
it's true.
Match my level and beyond. I'd like the beyond as well.
Yeah.
Or not, yeah,
exactly.
But definitely, I do feel like that they are intimidated nowadays, which is a shame, because they need to have the confidence, like, and believe in themselves. I know it's quite hard that men definitely face rejection more than women. I feel like you can be, I feel like you can be the best looking guy, like very, very well off financially, even have good character, and you can approach a girl and she can just shut you down like that.
Just like that. It's so true.
And unfortunately, I do feel like that's why men struggle with their confidence nowadays.
Yeah. So I mean, you're not like in a relationship or anything right now.
No, I'm single.
You're single.
Ready to mingle.
Period. So like, if do you feel like it's because of like your career and everything that you've not been in a relationship, or is it other reasons?
I mean, I do feel like I don't have all the time in the world, and when I do have time, I love my own company. I like to do things on my own. I love to do things on my own. Even going out sometimes, I like to just be on my own. So the idea of having somebody there when I come home from work and I'm tired, I'm just like, it's a lot, but it is also something that I want, and it is something that I'm trying to work on myself. You're not going to find the perfect, the perfect partner until you feel complete within yourself. So it's a work in progress.
Yeah, it is.
We'll see.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, all these things come with like growing, glowing, and like definitely. I said before, what's meant for you will find you. So
find me.
It will. Don't worry, girl. Honestly, but like, I'm so happy that you came on today, because
it's been such a lovely I've definitely never done anything like this before, so it's been fun.
Yeah, I've enjoyed it. Like, your personality is so cool. Like, you're so chilled and like easy to talk to and everything, which is so nice, honestly. So what, like, three pieces of advice you'd give to someone that wants to go into modeling? Put time into your books. It's hard to build a portfolio when you've just started. Sometimes you even need to put money into it. Just build your books, get a nice amount of images that are of a certain level, of quality.
Pay for a photographer. If you don't feel like you're creative enough to like style yourself, there's so many stylists out there that can help you. Same with makeup artists. Or use your creativity and come up with ideas yourself. And just keep applying to agencies. Just a no now doesn't mean a no later. Like, if you get a no now, have a look at your work. Can anything be improved? Do some more photos, push yourself a little bit more, and just keep trying. Don't give up. That's one piece of advice. But I was like, was that more than one? Don't give up.
No, it's good. The more the merrier.
Don't give up. Look after yourself. Obviously it can be mentally draining. You just need to make sure that you keep doing what you're doing. When people are like, sleep is for the weak. No, sleep is really important.
Sleep is very important.
Sleep is very important. Looking after yourself, your body, your soul, your mind should be priority before everything else.
Definitely.
And I think that can be like about 3.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah.
You summarized everything really well.
Yeah.
And I'm sure like people watching this that want to go into modeling have learned a bit about the industry and just about like the fact that you can make it just being yourself.
Yeah.
You don't
and there's
have
always
to do anything.
people as well, like if anyone ever wants advice, like people that are a lot nicer than you think in the industry.
True.
It does come across catty, but people are very, very helpful. And if you want advice, I'm sure somebody will respond to you.
Yeah.
You can always message me. I'll respond to you.
She will.
So yeah, don't be afraid to approach people for advice or even opportunities. If you don't ask, you don't get.
You don't get. That's right.
Yeah.
Honestly. And that's us done for this episode.
Thanks
it was
for having
amazing
me.
having you. Thank you so much for
you're
coming
welcome. Thanks for having
board.
me.
Honestly, I wish you all the best with all the modeling. If you wanna follow Shay's and what she's doing, go on her Instagram. Everything will be on the screen anyway.
It's S Jarad, SJARAD.
Yep.
Give me a follow.
So give her a follow, and if you need any advice, like she said,
slide in the DMs.
Yep, slide in the DMs. So thank you, girl. I appreciate
Thanks for
it.
having me.
Yes, thanks a lot. Anyway, guys, this is this episode done. Please like, comment, subscribe, share if you're watching the visual, and leave a comment. What do you think about today's episode? And yeah, thanks. I'll catch you in my next one. Bye.